welcome back to my weekly vlog. I've just been kind of sitting here working. I was organizing my Notion because it was so disorganized and everything was just stressing me out. Yeah, so my anxiety has been super duper bad this week. So for this week's vlog, I decided that I'm going to limit my screen time. So my screen time is kind of astronomical, at least for me. I screenshotted a picture of it. My daily average is I spend almost 6 hours on my phone, and then I picked up my phone 99 times yesterday, and I think that's just ridiculous. So a lot of the 5 hours comes from like YouTube and stuff, which is fine because for me that's relaxing. I don't really count that as social media for me because I don't really, like, the only person I follow really who I know is my sister. But I really want to limit like social media because it's been stressing me out and making me feel really negative about myself. So I put time limits on all of my social media apps on my phone. I'm really making an effort not to go on it. And then I also want to limit the amount of times I pick up my phone. So I would like today, it's already Wednesday, so I'm starting this halfway through the week. So I kind of want to do it like day by day because the week average is already kind of going to be off. I would like to not pick up my phone 99 times today. Like, if it's just less than 99, I will be happy because it was exactly 99, which is almost 100, which is like absolutely crazy. So even if it's like 70 or 60, like, that's still progress. So kind of my goal is to just have a little bit of progress every day. It's hard for me with the hours because I do watch a lot of YouTube on my phone. Ow. Yeah, so that's the stuff I want to limit. So that's how I'm judging it and how I'm limiting my screen time. I also want to like limit the individual apps as well. Like, specifically, my phone says that I check my mail once an hour, which is crazy. So I'm making a conscious effort not to do that. I don't even think I noticed that I was checking it that much, but I like to break that habit. I don't even know how many times I've already checked it today. Let's see. This sucks because this is gonna like count as a phone pickup. These have fallen off. Okay, let's see. I've only used my phone for an hour and 53 minutes today, which is not bad at all for me. It's already almost 3 o'clock. Only used YouTube for like 20 minutes, and the other 15 minutes was me texting people, which is like kind of crazy, but not bad. There's obviously more time other than that. I was only on Instagram for 4 minutes. That's really good. I was on Twitter for like 15 minutes this morning, which is like not as good. Did I open my mail? It says I opened it for 19 seconds. I only have 48 pickups today. This is pretty good. Yeah, my daily average for mail is 5 minutes. It just says 19 seconds on the mail app, so I must have only checked it once today. So I'll make a conscious effort not to check it again until before I go to bed, because if I can get that down to like only checking it like once or twice a day instead of once every hour, can't believe I was checking it that much. So that's my goal for this week's vlog. Sorry my hair is very messy. I'm just kind of chilling today. I didn't really do my hair or do my makeup because it's my day off, or one of my days off, and I just kind of want to like chill. I also haven't been feeling that great, so I'm just kind of trying to take it easy, but I did want to hop on here and like start this vlog and say that that's what I'm doing. So hopefully that will let me spend more time doing creative things, or like reading, writing, journaling, painting. I feel like I haven't done a lot of creative things lately. I've just been kind of like chilling, and I'd like to get back to using the creative side of my brain, if that makes sense. So hopefully cutting down my screen time will help with that. I mean, 5 hours isn't like that bad objectively, but it's still kind of a lot. But again, if it's like 5 hours like at night when I'm like watching YouTube, that's fine. It's just like the random miscellaneous stuff I really want to cut down, and mostly for me it's like the stuff that's stressing me out, because there's just no need to keep checking and be anxious all the time. So that's my goal for this week. Hey y'all, it's really really hot outside, so I don't want to turn my air conditioner off, so I'm kind of just hoping and praying that the sound quality isn't terrible. Yeah, I'm still in my PJs. It's my day off, and I'm still enjoying my morning coffee. This is my second cup. Again, it's iced because it's very hot. I'm very ready for fall. I feel like because I have been in Florida so much this year, because I went in January to visit my sister, then was here for February, moved down there in March until May, and then now it's like July, so it's like I feel like I've been in perpetual summer for the entirety of 2023, basically. And summer's great, but I'm over it now. I'm over it. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for the crisp weather. Fall is my favorite season. I love being cold. I hate being hot. Yeah, and I'm just like kind of over summer. I have really realized this year that I'm just such a seasons girly, like, because I will just get sick of the season. Now, maybe fall, if I was like in fall all the time, I wouldn't get sick of fall. Every other season though, I can't be stuck in that season all the time. I need the change. I really like it, which is part of what I realized living in Florida and part of what I didn't like about living in Florida. But anywho, major tangent. So hopefully the sound quality isn't terrible. Because my room, it's just, if I turn the air conditioner off, it's gonna get, like, all the humidity is gonna come in, all of the heat, and then it takes forever to cool back down. Like, I had to turn it off when I went to work yesterday, and I turned it back on, and it still, like, is in the 70s. Like, it's not back down to where it was before I turned it off. So I really don't want to. That's my explanation. So I had said that I was working on my screen time, and last time I vlogged, I believe, was Tuesday. Tuesday? Oh my god, I don't know. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday was the one I screenshotted, which means I vlogged on Wednesday. Oh yeah, because Tuesday was the 4th. So I vlogged on Wednesday. And today is Friday the 7th. So it's been 2 days. So let's look at my screen time for those 2 days. I was making a conscious effort to use less screen time. In that time, I finished a book. Woo! I read Never King by... Who's it by? Hold on, let me look. I literally like read this book last night. By Nikki St. Crow. Listen, I loved the premise, but it was kind of disappointing because the bones and the structure of it were like really good, but it was way too like frisky. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, I'm not gonna explain it. But not that I have a problem with that, but the level of it in this book took away from the actual story, and it was so frustrating because I was like, if this book didn't have it in it, it would be such a better story. And it's like sometimes that stuff, it's like, okay, that's the purpose of this story, like you know that going in. But with this one, it was like kind of wasn't advertised as that. I know there's like content warnings and trigger warnings and stuff, but like the description of the book, like it wasn't advertised like that, so it was shocking to me, and it took away from the story, to be honest. Like, and it's kind of sad because the whole premise in the because it was a retelling of Peter Pan, and like basically he like kidnaps every generation of like the darling women because he's like trying to find his shadow. Such a good concept, but there was just too much other stuff in there, and it just really took away from the story, honestly. So, but I gave it like a 3 stars because I was like, oh, I had fun. Then I'm almost done with 6 of Crows. Again, that's my workbook. So I want to get to the end of it. Like, I'm almost there, and I'm so excited / scared for the ending because I know some stuff that happens, and I don't know if it's in this book or the next one. So, okay, now to look at my screen time. Let us see. Why am I like scared? Okay. So July 4th was the one that I screenshotted. Where did it skip? There we go. Okay, so the 5th. The 5th was below average, which is good because I only spent 1 hour and 51 minutes on social, but I need to check what that means. I only picked my phone up 79 times, which is so exciting because I just want it to be lower than 99, and I'm so proud of myself that I got lower than that. Let's check. I want to see. Only checked my mail once. Very happy about that because the fact that I was checking it once every hour and not realizing was just completely astronomical. Like, that's wild to me. Okay, and now I want to see, yeah, show categories. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it says social that I spent 1 hour and 51 minutes, which is slightly over average because I usually only spend 1 hour and 13. For some reason, I was on Twitter for like 49 minutes. I think that was because The Summer I Turned Pretty season 2 trailer dropped and a bunch of clips, and then so did some for Red, White, and Royal Blue, so I was like on Twitter watching those. Not an excuse, but I think that's why it was so high. But everything else is fine. TikTok was like 27 minutes, which really isn't that long. Messages for the whole day was like 25 minutes. Again, really not that long. Instagram, I was only on there for 5 minutes. Facebook was like literally second. Snapchat was literally second. So that's pretty good. Like, I'm not mad about that. Again, like with the apps, it's like if it's something like like TikTok or like YouTube that like I don't really use to talk to people as much as I used to like unwind and like watch content. I don't care about that as much because that doesn't personally stress me out. The main goal of this is to limit the stuff that's been stressing me out and that I feel like is contributing to my anxiety. And I'm happy to report that today I'm feeling so much less anxious. So much less anxious. I don't know if that sentence made sense. My anxiety has gone down. I feel a lot better. So I feel like this is helping. So now let's look at the 6th. Social was 1 hour and 55. Again, let's see why. Dang, I was on Twitter for 1 hour and 7 minutes. I don't know what I was doing on Twitter for that long. And then the other like hour is from entertainment. So it's from YouTube and Spotify, which I don't care about at all. Like that could be as long, like that could be the entire like 5 hours and I wouldn't care. And then 33 minutes of it was reading on my Kindle and like on Goodreads, which is great that that has increased. Sadly, I picked up my phone 99 times yesterday, but again, I was at work, so it's like you kind of have to pick your phone up and put it down a lot. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that makes more sense to be like picking up your phone and putting it down, or like if you have to look something up, because sometimes you do have to look something up at work. So overall, I'm pretty happy because I really wanted to get the overall screen time down, which I've done. Even like with YouTube and stuff, the screen time has gone down. There's been way less time on YouTube. The screen time of being on my phone has gone down, and the mail was something I was really concerned about, and that has went down. And it's not even on. Yeah, and I only picked it up and checked my mail once yesterday, so I'm really proud of that. And one day I managed to get my number of pickups down, which I'm very proud of that as well. It says I had the most pickups on Monday because I picked my phone up 137 times, which is kind of crazy. So every week has gone down. Like the June 18th week to the 25th, it was 55 hours. Then it went down to 40, and now it's gone down to 34. So it's going down a lot, which I'm actually really happy about that. And I've managed to mostly stay under the daily average this week. I've done pretty good. I think what I want to continue to work on is keeping my pickups down. I think having them be below 99 is a really good goal because it seems to be like my average this week. So having it below that is kind of my goal, and then also to get the overall number of hours for social down is another goal of mine, because it says like the weekly average for being on social apps is like 7 hours. So I would like to get that down about 2 hours at least to like 5. Obviously this week it's not going to go down because the averages are kind of already in because it's Friday, but going forward, and because this is kind of something I want to like keep working on in general, so like I'll probably keep updating this in like different vlogs, but I really wanted to focus on it this week because I've never looked at this before. I've never really been concerned about it, but I was so anxious, and I noticed that I was picking up my phone while I was anxious, and then it was like kind of feeding into it, so I wanted to really work on not doing that. And also, like, I was just spending too much time on my phone. I'm like, let's do something else. You don't need to be sitting there on your phone. So that's what I really want to get down. I think I did the best Wednesday, which I'm surprised about, because out of the 2 days I thought yesterday would be the day that I would do the best because I was at work. So I figured that would mean I would be on my phone less because I'm at work more, like I'm doing something. But I was actually on my phone less the day that I was at home, which is very interesting to me. I'm like, huh. I mean, I did yoga, I journaled, and I was like very conscious and made like a specific effort, whereas like when I was working I wasn't paying attention to it as much, like even before I went to work. So I guess that makes sense, but it's kind of surprising, kind of shocking results. So I guess I need to work on that too.